Welcome, my friends. I hope you guys are all well. I wanted to share an interview with you guys. We have Erin from Slide UX at slideux.com. I think a really relevant conversation for many of you guys in this group that are kind of on the creative services side, how you could benefit from productization, finding leverage through systemization and things like that. So without further ado, Erin, thank you so much for spending your time with me. Can you kind of give people a minute spiel on like who you are and what does Slide UX do?
Absolutely. I'm Erin Young. I am a user experience consultant by trade. I've been working in this industry for, I recently calculated it, 17 years. And we help digital product leaders to improve their user experiences. We're really looking to work with product leaders who want to both create a great user experience, but also want to create a situation in which they can continue to create great user experiences beyond our project.
Love it. So 17 years in the game. That's a long time for sure. How big is your team for those that are watching and either have teams and or maybe even solo founders? Let's give us some frame. What type of roles do you have?
Right now, we're a team of about 18, and we're actually hiring right now, so that number will probably go up in the coming weeks. This is around the size that we've been for a couple of years now, give or take. The vast majority of my team is in fulfillment, so there are only a couple of back office roles. Everyone else is designing or consulting with clients pretty much all the time. We basically have project management and account management as a part of fulfillment here. Everyone is a UX expert pretty much.
Okay, so everyone's in fulfillment. One thing that we hear a lot of, I want to know, did you feel this way or experience this fear? Because people that are typically in the kind of the creative services, web design, graphic design, branding, UX, things like that, when they hear standardize and simplify and narrowing and niching and focus, they start to cringe because they feel that means that there's no such thing as creativity anymore. Did you feel that? What was going through your mind? Because it sounds like you were interested in that. Talk me through that.
I was interested, but I was also skeptical. And here at Slide, we had a playbook of all of the things that we could do. And it was so long. One of my first steps as I went through was to axe, I would think probably 75 to 80% of the lines out of that playbook. That felt really dramatic. But the truth is, a lot of it was baggage that we rarely use, that I was just carrying around and maintaining. Standardization felt impossible, but the feedback that I've gotten about it has been so good, both internally and in sales. I'm surprised by how reassuring it is to the clients that we talk to. They like knowing that we have a process and that we're going to take them through something that we do all the time and that we can tell them exactly what that is on the call. We can hand that over to them within hours after we get off the phone with them. This is all stuff that I wouldn't have tried before. I wasn't open to. Now that we're doing it, the feedback is undeniable. Sometimes you just need time to process an idea.
I love that. I love that. One of the recurring wins, at least that you've shared, is the response you're getting within the sales process. Can you talk about that? What's changed and what sort of feedback are you getting?
Right after we launched our sales flow, we had a guy who, a couple of times along the process, he ultimately went a different way with good reason, but he kept stopping us to tell us how our sales process really blew away that of our competitors and that he could tell we were super legit and that we had really thought things through because of the sales process. That felt good to hear because from our perspective as user experience designers and conversion experts, we're always thinking about removing hurdles. And we added a lot of hurdles in the process that we implemented. So getting good feedback about the sales process was very reassuring to me. They're learning a lot about the fact that we're going to give them a pre-structured program. I don't have to do any of those things myself. And I have so much more information than I had before about what they really need. All of the answers are right there in a printout. Systems are talking to systems, and it's reduced the amount of busy work that we have to do to serve the client, which is really where our focus is now. I think it's also more convenient for our clients. They get their work handed to them in a form, it's front loaded for them. They can sit down and do it all. They know that we're taking them seriously because we're asking the right questions the right way every time versus trying to train 20 people to ask the right questions.
If someone watches this, whether it's right now or 6 months down the road, and they're kind of a creative service provider, whether they're the solopreneur or the person with the team, and your message is resonating, what would you tell them as a form of inspiration or motivation?
One of the things that I've been thinking a lot about lately is that you only have so much time, right? Each of us only has so much time. And the time that we spend now, we're planting seeds for what's going to come next. I think with smart, talented people, this has been a theme in my mind lately because it's true of many of my teammates, it's true of many of my clients. You can do anything you put your mind to. So the challenge becomes, what am I going to put my mind to? What I would say is to look for ways to invest in the things, just like you would with your money, that are going to have the highest ROI. Thinking about ways that you can produce something that sells more than just your time, even if you mix that with your time to get there, is a really good way to think about it going in. I think that the sooner you start thinking that way, the more likely you are to be able to make decisions that help facilitate that in the future.
I love that. Erin, thank you so much. Where can people find out more about you?
You can check us out at slideux.com. In particular, we have a newsletter. We're trying to get our content out, and we're talking about user experience insights and inspiration for product leaders once a week. So if that sounds like you, we'd be honored to have you on our list.
Love it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Best of luck to you and the team, and super stoked that we get to keep working together.
Thanks for having me.
If you guys have any questions or comments, just jot that in the comment below.
For more from Slide UX, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share.